Welcome back to 4 more pages. I'm joined by Princess Bryant once again. Or I guess the first time, because I don't know when that other episode's going to be
Right.
up yet. So maybe it's your first time seeing Princess on here, but you're going to see her often. So get used to it.
Right.
The holidays are here.
The holidays are here.
Thanksgiving's over. Moving on to Christmas. And sometimes you just need a good holiday book.
Exactly.
Like some feel good. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about books that we've read, books that we want to read. There's some Christian Christmas romance books that we have.
There is.
We have some more spicy ones if that's what you like. And we also have a Christmas thriller.
Yeah.
I don't like to be scared on Christmas.
I feel like you have to save those for like October,
Yeah.
all those spooky months.
Yeah.
Not for Christmas months at all.
But this one you're reading us for next October.
For next October.
In case you don't want to read it,
Yeah.
this one. But starting off, we're going to get right into it. Christmas in Spite of You by Casey Mill. This is one that we both read. And
Yes.
so let's get to that one. This is a cover of it. And let me tell you, I love like kind of a grumpy Scrooge romance book, especially because I love Christmas. I do love Christmas. So getting into it before we kind of give you our opinion, trying to make sure I stay in this, but I just keep turning and so it keeps going out. So maybe if I sit like this, I don't know, we'll figure it out.
We'll see it.
But Noelle and Canton. How sweet is that, Noelle, though, because it's Christmas?
She has to be a Christmas freak with that name. Like, it's just written for her at that point.
Like, I'm eating it up already. All right.
Yeah.
But after pumping her hard-earned savings into a business plan that doesn't pan out, Noelle Anderson is left financially strapped and needs a way to earn money to stay afloat. So she decides to rent her apartment as an Airbnb for the Christmas holidays while visiting her family for Christmas. What she didn't plan on was coming down ill and having to cancel the trip. Enter Canton Joseph. He's on the cusp of securing a lucrative business deal in order to get a one-up on his competition. He rents an Airbnb in the same apartment complex where his potential client resides. He's surprised when he shows up, and the owner of the Airbnb not only wants to cancel the reservation, but is still occupying the space. With great reluctance, Noelle and Canton agree to cohabitate for 1 week. Noelle attempts to stay out of Canton's way, but they undoubtedly cross paths, causing friction between the two of them. They immediately clash on everything, most notably with their views on the holidays. Noelle is determined to have a Merry Christmas, despite her temporary housemate, which is the source of Canton's irritation. Eventually, the two begin to soften towards each other, and Canton learns to see things through Noelle's eyes.
Very Hallmark.
Very
Hallmark.
Very Hallmark. Very, very Hallmark. Still not in the camera. Not sure what's going on with that one, but maybe if I sit right here. But if you see me looking sideways, Princess,
I'm right here.
But okay, this book, I thought it was so sweet because I love Hallmark Christmas movies, and so this felt like I was reading the script to a Hallmark Christmas movie because like it just flowed, and it's like obviously like enemies to lovers, but kind of an odd thing to put the home you're currently residing in on Airbnb.
Right.
Like
that. And I know it was like a fake app where you could kind of list your apartment while you're away.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh, I'm going to be away for Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well get money while I'm away.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. I want to open my place. So.
And, like, she did let her friend kind of go ahead with the booking for it, and that's how she kind of got into it. And so once she got sick, it was never canceled, and it was also too late to cancel it. And so he comes knocking on her door, and it's like, what are you doing here?
Right.
And he's like, I'm here to stay, which I have to say, if you were in Noelle's position, you put your apartment on an Airbnb site to rent it out for the holidays or whatever the case may be. If someone shows up to your apartment or your home and they're like, hey, I'm here for my reservation, but you're still in it because you're sick and you're not living anymore,
right?
How would you handle it?
See, I know she didn't want to cancel it because then she'll also have to like give the money back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to cancel. Like, I'm still in there because they're also in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
So it's going to get a little cramped.
Yeah.
and I just want my space.
Yeah.
I feel like once you saw that setup, you already knew where this book was going.
Yeah.
You already knew what was next once you saw that.
And that's the thing. I love my space so much.
Yeah.
I think even if I wasn't home, I don't know if I'd want somebody to
Exactly.
be in it.
Yeah.
Because you do run that risk with Airbnb type things of like, are they gonna damage my home?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, when you're coexisting and the space is that small, like I cannot imagine renting out my 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom apartment. Like that's
right.
It's a strange situation.
Yeah.
Because they're also gonna be sleeping in your bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like in some situations where like the top of the house is like where the family who actually lives there's at, and the second or the first floor is like where the guests are staying. It's
right.
like, it's literally the same exact space.
The same space, same bathroom, like you said. You're bumping into each other left and right.
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
But anyways, they, he says he's gonna stay.
Right.
She says she's gonna stay, and his assistant is the one who set it up for him. And so, his assistant's kind of like, look, I've seen you be grumpy and be with this girl who I don't really like. This will be good for you.
Right.
Get out of the city, enjoy the Christmas holiday. And so he starts doing these activities with Noelle because obviously he can't really escape it because she is decorating her apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go on these adventures together. He gets real friendly with her doorman and the people who are going to be, living in the apartment that he's actually there to see anyway.
Yeah.
He gets to run into them and meet that man's wife. And so it's very interesting. But did you, when you were kind of going through the motions of reading this book, did you think like, okay, when is the other, shoe going to drop and things are going to go crazy?
Because they both talk a lot about family in this book. So you did think a shoe was going to drop. Like something's happening on one end or the other.
Yeah.
So you're still reading it. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting the feel good part.
Yeah.
Where is the next?
Yeah.
I think Kenny Ryan kind of traumatized us a little bit with that. She's like, it's not over just yet.
Yeah.
But this one, like you said, you're just flipping the pages trying to see what is going to happen.
And, bringing up their families is interesting because she's very close with her family, but she doesn't want to let them know that she's having those financial problems.
Right.
Because I think there's an element of feeling kind of like a little bit of a disappointment because she invested so much into her business, but it just hasn't worked out. She didn't really have a lot of support from her ex-boyfriend, and so she's just kind of been in a funk. You know? And we all have those moments, and so she is close with her family, likes that side of it. And he's not unclose with his family, but from his point of view, it's more so things are always for show for the holidays.
Right. Yeah.
And that kind of explains his like disdain for Christmas and all the things because he didn't get to have that normal childhood of like we just get to play with all the toys on Christmas. It was like photo shoots and we need to be the perfect family. So it's interesting seeing like kind of a strict Christmas family meet someone who is like just full of love on Christmas.
Right. It is very different for sure.
Yeah.
Especially the plastic tree. When he brung that up to her and she had
Yeah.
a whole tantrum about the plastic tree. She was not having it.
Yeah.
She was like, we got to go to a tree farm now.
Yeah.
Which I think it was cute. You
Yeah.
see the relationship develop. But also, she was very adamant. She was
Yeah.
like, I've never had a fake tree. I'm
Yeah.
not having one this year.
I have a hot take. As much as I love Christmas,
Yeah.
I love a good fake tree, but it's because I put my tree up so early.
Yeah.
Like my tree in my living room has been up since the Sunday before Halloween.
You get started early. You get started.
So I don't even know where I would get a tree that early.
Yeah.
But also, I just, if it's plastic, you can keep it up longer.
Exactly.
You can put it up early. Like,
Yeah.
When it comes to a real tree, it's like you have to worry about it shedding a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
You have to water it, and you also have to you got to get it out of there pretty much as soon as Christmas is
Right.
over. And I need to bask in the Christmas energy a little bit longer into the new year to start off the year on
Right.
the right foot. And so I was kind of with him. I was like, I'm okay with the plastic tree, but I get where
yeah.
she's coming from.
Yeah, I also have a plastic tree
Mm-hmm.
because of my allergies, along
Oh,
with my
yeah.
dog allergies.
Yeah.
We're not doing a real tree. We're both going to be over there sneezing.
Yeah.
So I understood where he was going.
Yeah.
Sometimes people prefer one.
And I think this is interesting too because I think sometimes with this book you see okay, some people aren't Christmas people for whatever reason. Maybe they don't like it. Maybe they've, had a lot of loss, or they just never really had a good holiday season. And so I think that this book does a good job of showing both sides of, the holidays, because, I mean, like, I've been blessed to have great Christmases, but I know that's not the case for everyone. And so it's interesting to see that play out, like, in a romantic setting.
Yeah.
Too, because it's like you meet Scrooge and you meet, like, one of Santa's elves. And so it's just like, how is this going to work out?
Right. How is this going to play out? For sure. Yeah.
Do you feel like you are, like, the elf in your relationship? Or?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I told you.
You are elf?
Yeah, I'm the elf. I told you before, like, Christmas lights, s'mores, and all that. That was a big tradition for my family.
Yeah.
Like, we even had, like, gingerbread house competitions and all this type of stuff. So we go full out for Christmas. Christmas pajamas and everything. Yeah. So when my boyfriend came for the first Christmas, my mom gave him the matching pajamas. And she was like, yeah, we put on the matching pajamas for Christmas. And he was like, what is going on?
Traumatized.
He's like,
a little bit.
What is this? I was like, we're supposed to ease him into it.
Yeah.
Don't give him the pajamas the first year. Yeah. That's the second year.
But you want him to feel included.
That's
so,
true.
Your mom was
That's
just like,
true.
we're going to include him, but I can understand how that's probably a jarring.
Yeah. He was like, there's gingerbread houses over here. My mom has like 4 Christmas trees. There's pajamas. It's a lot. It could be a lot.
And that's what we see play out here too. And so I think that they both do a good job of ultimately respecting each other's boundaries and moving at a pace where, it does make sense for them. But like the holiday season does come to an end. And after a while, he has to go back home.
He does.
And by this point, they have feelings for each other. They have feelings, and they do the whole surprise thing where she tries to go there and
he tries to come back. Yeah.
That's why I don't like surprises.
It never works.
Then she walks in and she sees his ex-girlfriend who's moving out. And so it's like, oh my gosh, this is awful. And she's not trying to hear any of his explanation. Yeah. And so when you got to that point where you like, I hope they work it out, or you like, he should have explained this better.
He should have explained it better. Okay. But also, both of them, because she knew. And she let him walk out. Yeah. And he was trying to stay. Like, you could tell, like, there's little moments. He'll make little comments. Yeah. And it was just a misunderstanding, because I think he mentioned something about having to get back to work. Yeah. It's just like, oh, okay, he's ready to leave me. I don't think that was it. He just jumped into conclusions. But, yeah. So, both of them kept communicating a little bit better. But I was like, one of you guys stay where you're at. Stay put. Because both of you guys are trying to chase each other. Yeah. Yeah.
Reading this book, I remember, like, when I read it, I was like, this is a really good book. Like, I give it, like, on a scale of, like, 1 to 10, I give it probably, like, a 7. Just because it was, like, nothing was, like, overwhelmingly, like, wowed me about it. But it was, like, a good, comforting, easy read. Like, a cozy read as well.
Gets you to the Christmas season.
Right. And so I would give this, like, a 7 for that alone. Because I like that it also wasn't just, like, dragging along. I think, like, sometimes you get these romance books and they're just kind of like dragging, and it's like, let's speed things up. But this one moved
pretty quick.
The pace of a Hallmark Christmas movie. So I liked it. What do you rate it?
I think I agree with your 7.
Okay.
It's not, if you're trying to pick up a book that's really going to go into depth and give you all different types of plots and holes and all that, you're not going to get it in this one. Yeah. It is just a simple, feel-good Christmas book. Yeah. But I did enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah.
This is a good one. Right, we read another book that was similar, and you guys are just going to see my shoulder for just a little bit.
A quick set.
But then you have A Second Chance Christmas by Jaquel J.
Yes.
I know that I'm mispronouncing her name, and I'm so sorry if you see this. But this one is another good Christmas read. This one's a little bit shorter. It's 274 pages. So you can get through it relatively easy. But it's old flames reunited with the burden of their past and a love that still lingers in this heartfelt holiday romance. Being known as the daughter of Sageport's town drunk, always left Faith Stone defending her mother and herself. Her only solace was her boyfriend, Rome. Even as a teenager, Faith knew she wanted forever with Rome Atkins. Their small town, her mother's struggles, and everyone's opinions of their relationships couldn't hold them back forever. After graduation, they would put Sageport behind them and start a life together. But prom night changed everything. 15 years later, Faith, now a divorced single parent, finds herself back in Sageport for the holidays. Memories and pain are still fresh, as if everything happened yesterday, especially when she runs into Rome, who never left Sageport. Also fresh are the unexpected lingering feelings they still harbor for each other. Old wounds run too deep. Do old wounds run too deep, or can they enjoy? The Christmas provided enough healing power for a second chance love reunion. You love, do you love second chance romances?
I do like a good second chance.
Okay.
I tell you, I'm more of a forbidden love, but second chance is right there, very close.
Okay.
If you give me a second chance and a forbidden love,
you're rapping.
Now you're talking.
If
I can get a little bit of both.
This book is interesting because they obviously share a lot of grief.
Yeah.
Do we want to do spoilers for this, or?
I mean, I think the beginning of it kind of already gave a little bit of a spoiler away. Yeah.
So basically, her mom, like she said, is the town drunk.
And they're a very small town.
Yes, very small town. And so her mom is a town drunk on prom night. She's supposed to be meeting Rome, and they're supposed to be going to prom together. And Rome's parents never really approved of the relationship because her mom was a drunk, and her dad was constantly having to bail him out or bail her out. And so it was just, not a good situation to be in.
Yeah.
And prom night, her mom, she's driving drunk, and she gets into an accident, and Rome's family is in the car, and I believe his brother and his dad both passed away.
Right.
Or his brother passed away.
His brother passed away for sure. I can't remember if it was
his
the dad.
His dad didn't.
Right, it was just the brother.
Yeah, his brother passed away, and so she's kind of wondering, what's going on. They get to the hospital, and his mom is rightfully upset.
Right.
And that's basically the end of their relationship.
Right.
Because she tries to reach out after it happens, and he's kind of like, nope. His mom is like, no. Their family's grieving. Her family's also grieving because her mom also did pass. And so she gets out of there. She's like, I'm getting out of here.
I'm done.
Not staying. The one bright spot of this town, my boyfriend hates me now because of my mom's actions. And so she goes away. She gets married. She does her life, and then she gets divorced.
Right.
But then she comes back.
She does.
She comes back, and
her dad owns a cafe, of course.
Yes,
yeah.
Of course. Another Hallmark. This might be more Lifetime. I feel like Hallmark is usually real cute.
Yeah, this is Lifetime.
Yeah, they give you a little scare. So
yeah,
I feel like this is more Lifetime.
Right.
But she comes back, and she hasn't seen him since she left, and they haven't communicated, and so it's kind of like, what is this going to be like? And so much time has passed. His dad has also passed away at this point. His mom, I believe she has Alzheimer's or dementia.
I believe so, yeah.
And so he is like her caretaker, and it's hard for him. And so coming back into your hometown after you've lost a lot there, it's a lot. And then they see each other.
They do.
I think she was more nervous than he was, and I feel like he was just kind of like, I don't really know how to handle this.
I think he also had guilt for how he ended it in high school.
Yeah.
Because he did blow up, rightfully so. He had a lot going on that night, and also he was a teenage boy. So he didn't know how to handle those emotions.
Right.
But when he sees her, his initial reaction is, how do I ask for her forgiveness? How do we get back to that good spot?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was very interesting to see play out, for sure.
Do you think, obviously she felt a lot of guilt for her mom's actions. Do you think that is guilt that she should have carried for that long?
I understand why, but I don't think that is a guilt she should have held on to. Because at the end of the day, I think she was blaming herself because she didn't put the keys away.
Yeah.
Or she left the keys at the house when she went to prom. But also, your mom is grown. She's a grown woman. She's going to find her way. Yeah. Regardless. If she wants to drink and drive, maybe you took the keys, but she found the spare. Something could have always happened. Yeah. So I don't think she should have held on to it that long at all. Yeah. And that's a tough situation, too, because she was young. She just wanted to go out and to enjoy prom with her boyfriend, which I think most high schoolers have, felt that. And sometimes you're in a situation where you can't
just be a high schooler because, you know, you have to help take care of your parents or younger siblings or whatever the case may be. And
right.
in this sense, she was kind of her mom's babysitter because her mom was so unpredictable and she would get drunk and she would drive, which is obviously not okay. And it's one of those things where it's like, is that your 17-year-old daughter's responsibility to make you stop and babysit you every single day, even on the big life moments?
Right.
Yeah.
So it is a lot of questions. Yeah.
But I could see how she's like, you know, I should have put up the keys, I should have checked because, you know, she knows her mom. And at the end of the day, her mom knew right from wrong.
Exactly.
You know, she knew right from wrong. And I think that when you are grieving, like his family was grieving, you're just you're mad at anybody involved. You know, I think most people would be like, I don't like the whole family.
Right.
You know, like, and so I think that was a fair reaction for him. And also pretty hurtful, but his mom really did not help. Kind of
help at all.
Getting in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Too, and so she is one, and it's interesting because I feel like you see her go on this like journey of healing too.
Yeah.
Coming back to a small town, and so what did you think of that healing journey once she did go back to a place she avoided for so long?
Right. I think it was interesting to see it play out, especially because as soon as the event happened and everything, the next opportunity she had, she left.
Yeah.
So when you're back in that small town, you can't escape it.
Yeah.
You have to kind of see all of it through and understand where people coming from and stuff like that. So it was interesting to follow her along that journey, for sure.
This book has a lot of trauma. I was reading some of the reviews, and people were like, I couldn't finish it. It was like 6 chapters of trauma dumping because it does flash back and forth. It goes from like present to taking you back to that moment. And it's always interesting reading a book like that as a reader because you're just kind of like, I don't know if I like this. And I think if it's done well, it's great. But if it's not, and you're just kind of like, okay, let's get to it. It's interesting. What did you think of how the flashbacks kind of played out and the story was told?
Yeah. So I think I told you, is it a lot? It is. You do see a lot about the mom and just her and how she affected the family and stuff like that too. But I read Christmas is Spotted Bee first.
Okay.
So I think that was very lighthearted. Kind of got you easy into the Christmas season. Then you get to this one. And it is a little bit of a harder read, but it gives you that balance.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of the feel-good hallmark, and you also get a little touch of reality, too. And how Christmas could be hard for people as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like you have to have that balance sometimes. If you read this one, probably read the Hallmark one. Yeah. Find a Hallmark one after to balance it out.
Definitely need like a palate cleanser after reading it because it is heavy. Yeah. But we also see their relationship obviously develop and they get to know each other and she introduces him to her child and we also see her relationship with her dad heal. Yeah. Because she just like left and was like, peace out, I'm leaving. And that included saying bye to her dad too. Even though, you know, he, you know, was not... You know,
he was just there. He wasn't. Yeah.
I feel like growing up, it was kind of presented as he was just there, and a lot of the responsibility fell on her. And so I would imagine that there was probably some resentment for how much she had to bear, and he felt guilty about it. Right. But he, you know, couldn't stop it either. But then we get to some tea.
I couldn't remember it was this book or not. I was like, now we're going through it. I think there was a little tea with the moms.
Yes, the moms, they kind of had some beef.
They did.
From the beginning, and it made more sense as they got older, and it was hard for Rome's mom to explain it because she was struggling with losing her memory as she aged, and so... That was interesting reading it because it was like jealousy over a boy. Right. She started hanging out with the wrong crowd. Faith's mom started hanging out with the wrong crowd after their friendship had a falling out. And Rome's mom didn't know all the things that had happened to Faith because of that relationship that she was in where, you know, she kind of felt like she stole her man. Right. Because they were friends at one point. You know, it's a small town, but she felt like Faith stole her man and... It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows on Faith's side because then Faith finds out that her dad's not her dad, I believe.
Right. It's something along the lines like that. Yeah. Which is crazy. Yeah. They did throw a lot of wrenches in this story. You're like, okay, we're just getting all of them.
Just when you think it's getting better, it's like, bam, here's something else. Right. Did you like having that many twists?
It was a lot of twists. And, okay, it's a two-part to it. Do I think that it pushed the story along? Yes. Mm-hmm. But also, looking back, is how many twists is too many twists. Yeah. Because we're even bringing up Faith's dad, and I was like, I don't remember what actually happened with her dad. Yeah. Looking back at it. Yeah. We know that who she knows as her dad is not her dad. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember what happened with him. Yeah. So it's all kind of...
Was it an accident?
I think it was an accident. I think it was also a car crash. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what... You'll have to forgive us. We read these a year ago.
We did read it last Christmas. It was last Christmas.
I think that's what happened. Yeah. And so then I think Rome's mom blamed Faith's mom for that accident as well. And Faith's mom felt guilty and started the drinking and all of the things. And so it just, I think that there was a lot of unhealed trauma from the beginning. I think it was kind of a forbidden love for them because their families were feuding. You know, like their parents didn't want them together. At least Rome's parents didn't want him with Faith because of who her parents were. Right.
So we are getting a little bit of both. Yeah. Second chance and forbidden love. Yeah.
So I think that having that kind of revelation of, you know, why Rome's mom didn't like Faith's mom would have been better if we had at the beginning. So I think if we would have had like
a flashback.
A flashback of that sooner, it would have made more sense but I think that it also shows the complexity of parents though. Yeah. Because like there's so many things about your parents that you just don't know because you weren't born yet. And with that, it was extra hard for Rome because his mom had dementia. Right. And so like he couldn't always ask her the questions that he wanted to because she couldn't always remember in that moment, you know, and you see that when she's like asking for her son and for her husband and they're not there anymore. And so I think that it's definitely real. And so for that, I give this a 7 too.
I think I'm gonna stick with a 7 too. Okay. It was good. Yeah. But the turns, you do have to be prepared. You have to get your seatbelt ready. Yeah. Because you're going to get tossed around.
Yeah. It's not a book that you can just like read casually. Like you have to pay attention to it for sure.
Right.
But I think it was it progressed well.
It did. It did move quickly.
Well. Yeah. And it's a short read. It's only about 200 pages. Right. So I think that it's a pretty good read. We've talked about 2 of the books that we've both read. We're going to get into some books in our TBR list for this Christmas and holiday season. Some romance, some Christian romance, some thriller. And then we're going to talk about gifts because
it's the giving season.
Yeah, it's the giving season. And I'm sure you know a book lover in your life. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back after that. End break. Welcome back to 4 More Pages. We're going to get into some books that we would like to read. I've read some of these. You have not, so you're adding them to your TBR list.
I am adding them.
Books that we both haven't read as well, and books that we're going to read. We're going to come back at the end of the holidays and give you guys a review.
Of course, yeah.
So, starting off with A Novel Christmas by Charity Sane. A prominent romance author has a slump in her love life and book sales, but a chance encounter with a hot firefighter helps her ignite her muse in this swoony holiday romance, perfect for book romantics. I read this one, and basically she goes to a town, she's staying, and it's like the holidays, you know, she's not really feeling the holiday spirit. Usually she spends it with her family and her friends, but she goes and she's like, I need some inspiration. So she's going to go to a Christmas town and get her inspiration there. She gets there, she's staying in a duplex. A lot with the Airbnbs and renting properties out for the holidays.
It is a common theme. It's a theme for these books, for sure.
And And she moves into the duplex. The man is a firefighter. It's a volunteer fire department, so small town romance, of course. And she gets to, get some inspiration. And so I think this one is a really fun read. This is not a super long read either. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the cover of it so you know what you're looking for.
I don't think any of the Christmas ones are super long.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think that's good, too, because it's like sometimes you want to read a Christmas book, but you don't always have the time because think about how busy you are during the holidays. Like, exactly. It is just a really busy time of year. And so sometimes you don't always have time to sit and read.
A full book.
Yeah. You just don't have it. But this is what the book looks like.
Yes.
It was a really easy read. I enjoyed this one. I think this is a good one because you get that small town romance and you kind of go on a bit of an adventure too because she is obviously trying to enjoy Christmas, but she's also trying to, get her love life back in order. Yeah. Because again, with the exes, why do the exes always come for Christmas?
It's always something about Christmas.
Stay away.
It's something about Christmas.
Stay away.
Far away.
Then no exes allowed. Is Mercury in retrograde or something? This next one, Christmas with Chris Kingle by Kasha Thompson. Belen Goodwin, she's the event coordinator at the Pavilion Grand Mall, and she has one job this holiday season to make Christmas festive and bright. But after a string of disastrous personal Christmases in her past, she's no fan of the holiday cheer. With every twinkling light and carol, her Grinch-like attitude only grows stronger. Enter Chris Kringle, the mall's new Santa, currently in the midst of saying yes to life's adventures. He's here to take off a bucket list experience, not expecting his biggest challenge yet, a Christmas grump in the form of a mall event planner. But sparks fly as the two work side by side, and flirtation between them becomes harder to ignore. I read this one. This one's cute. Think like, usually I feel like the guy is the grumpy person in Christmas books.
She's the grump.
She is the grump. She's the grump. She's been dealt some challenges in life, and so I think she's earned the bit of a right to be a bit of a grump.
She could be a grump.
But the twist in this book, I will say, it's interesting because you think that you kind of know, like, who he is, and you're like, he's just a random guy who's, trying to make some extra money for the holidays, but that turns out to not really be the case. Like, he really is just saying yes to doing stuff. Yeah. Which, fine. Fine, Yeah. Like, I wish I had that time to just go
do stuff.
But sure, Right. But it's some twist to it for sure, and so I think that this is another good, fun, easy read. Again, not too long or anything like that. Moving on.
All these are also good when you're traveling. You're already traveling during Christmas time.
Yes.
All these are quick reads. Yeah. So while you're in the airport, on the plane.
In the car. As long as you're not driving.
Right.
You're the passenger princess or passenger prince, whatever is your prerogative. Also, I've heard some of these are good audiobooks, too. Yeah. I'm not a big audiobook person.
Neither am I.
But if you like audiobooks, I think these are good. Because they're pretty quick, too. They're not, like, super long ones. So I'd probably get you, like, through, like, an hour or two of your road trip if you're going somewhere. Right. Or you can put it on while you're cleaning, putting up Christmas decorations, things like that.
While you're wrapping the gifts, put it on.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you wrap gifts?
I do wrap gifts. I am the wrapper of the family. The gift wrapper of the family.
She's also the oldest sibling.
I am the oldest, so I have to wrap. And there was no way out of that one.
Yeah. Love It Christmas, Nina High. This one's a short novella. And it's a group of friends, and they're just spending the holidays together because this group of friends, they marry these three brothers. And one of the brothers is having a Christmas wedding, and there's some disagreements because she wants a prenup. He doesn't because he trusts her. He's the one with money. Their family has money. And so you see that dynamic kind of play out of, a Christmas. You get a Christmas wedding, Christmas Baby.
You get all of it.
You do. Have you watched Merry Little Christmas on Lifetime?
I have not watched it.
Okay, Kelly Rowland's in it. This is what this book reminds me of.
Okay.
Because there's 3 parts of it leading up to this, but you can read this one and kind of figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it reminds me of Merry Little Christmas from Lifetime. So if you watch that, then I think you'll like this because it goes Merry Little Christmas, Merry Little Christmas Wedding, Merry Little Christmas Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all also on Hulu, I think, right now.
Oh, okay.
But Lifetime also plays them a bunch during this time of year.
Yeah, so you can have a visual while you're done reading the book, too. Yeah.
Now, into the books that neither one of us have read. The Christmas Catch by Tony Shiloh. Should we just pull this one up?
Yes, I think it will be a good one to pull up.
Princess picked this book.
I did pick this one.
You've read from this author before.
No, this is my first time reading from her. So when we were looking for Christmas books, we wanted to pick one that didn't have spice.
Yes.
Because in our other episodes, those do have a little spice, so we want to tame it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But when reading more about the author, she's actually a Christian romance author. Mm-hmm. So I think it really is interesting. If spice is not your thing, or even if you are heavy on your faith, you could read this book and kind of relate it to yourself. Yeah. So I think it is good.
So The Christmas Catch is a sweet holiday novella, and this is the cover of it. This is a really cutesy cover.
It is a really cute cover.
I'm excited to read this one.
Yeah.
But 2 high school sweethearts are reuniting. Benched with a career-ending injury, NFL wide receiver Jaleel Walker is forced to return to his hometown of Peachwood Bay, Georgia. Let me tell you, I'm from Florida, so Georgia's real close. It's right next to us. It's 45 minutes from my mom's house, maybe. I love a good small Georgia town. I do. Yeah. I know I'm pretty sure this is made up, but they have Forsyth. They have a lot of places. This is cozy.
Right.
But during the holidays, he's going there to heal. Despite his rocky relationship with his father, nothing shocks him more than running into Lucille BB Gordon. BB Gordon came home to Peachwood Bay 3 years ago with a divorce certificate and her daughter. When Jaleel returns for the first time in 8 years, all the memories of the past come rushing back. The connection between them is still strong, but Jaleel has no plans to stay in Peachwood Bay, and BB won't risk him leaving her again. As their hometown's Christmas festivities bring them together, Jaleel must decide if he's only home for the holidays or if the Christmas spirit that brought them together will last all through the year.
It's giving a little bit of Second Chance Christmas.
Yes.
Without the trauma and a little bit of NFL.
Yeah.
So you get a little
sports romance.
A little sport, yeah.
I love that. That's my jam. I love a good sports romance on the holidays too. I feel like more of the trauma will be. They said he doesn't have a great relationship with his dad.
Right.
So I think that'll be an interesting dynamic because. You know, with a lot of these holiday books, I think it's easy to, get caught up in the fluff and the greatness about the holidays. Mm-hmm. But everyone doesn't enjoy going home for the holidays.
That is true.
You know, maybe your relationship with your family is not, something that you want to go home to, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. And so it's like you kind of have to find comfort in those things that maybe you do enjoy. Maybe that's spending the day by yourself.
Right.
Because your peace is what's most important. During the holiday season and spending on people you love, whether that's your blood family, your chosen family, whatever the case may be. And so it'll be interesting to see this dynamic play out because I think a lot of times it's like you see the not great dynamics between mom and daughter or mom and son, but it's usually not always between dad and son. You know, because I think guys sometimes bottle up their feelings.
Right.
So we're going to see how this one goes. This is one we're going to read.
Yes.
And get back to you guys on and see.
It's also a quick one, too.
Yes, 224 pages.
Yeah.
You can get this one on Amazon. You have to purchase it on Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
It's also in some stores, too. So just, read it with us.
Right.
Read it with us.
Join along.
Literally.
Oh, the other ones, all the ones we read previously are on Kindle Unlimited.
Yes, those are Kindle Unlimited for sure.
Yeah.
So if you have a Kindle, just get right in there and get into it. Only for the holidays, I picked this one. It's by Abilo Bello. I had not read one of her books before.
I don't believe I've read any of her books either.
I can't fully remember though, so I might have, and I just can't remember. Because we get through books. We're
knocking them out.
Yeah,
you knock them out quicker than I do, but you knock out some books.
I think it's a good escape to get lost.
Yeah.
In, in the books.
Yeah.
This is not the one.
It was showing the audiobook.
I know. I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, this is what the cover of the book looks like. Get into it. Fire, wood.
Letting you know from the jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it's hard to find. It's easy to fake. How do you feel about fake dating?
See, I do love it for book purposes.
Okay.
For book purposes, like reading it,
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are stupid. You guys, like, every time, you already know how it's going to end up.
Yeah.
I will never do it.
In real life.
I will never do it in real life. But, every time you set up the fake dating, you're like, here we go.
Yeah. You know what it's going to be.
It's very messy. Yeah. It's always messy.
This one is also, I don't think it's too much of a long read. Oh, it's 400 pages. It's a bit longer.
It is a little longer.
Yes, this is longer because I said, this was 400 pages. We can read it.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
But city girl Tia Thornton is dreading the festive period. She's fresh out of a breakup, and the last thing she wants to do is spend Christmas away from London. Arriving at Sand Hedge Farm, Tia takes an instant disliking to it. She's chased by sheep, falls in horse manure, and the Wi-Fi sucks. How is she meant to stalk her ex now and concoct a foolproof plan to win him back? Country boy Quincy Parker and his family run the farm. And this year, they've been selected to host the biggest event in the village calendar, the Winter Ball. Preparations are underway, and Quincy's working around the clock to make a success. The only problem, he's told everyone he has a date to the ball, when in reality, that couldn't be further from the truth. At first, Tia and Quincy don't see eye to eye until they realize they both have something to gain by pretending to be a couple. But when a snowstorm threatens to cancel the Winter Ball, their fake relationship is put to the test. Will Tia and Quincy be able to keep up the pretense and save the holiday? Or will real feelings get in the way? I've never been in a situation where I've been fake dating someone.
Right.
Unless I was in college and somebody was like, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, yes, because they want to talk to them.
Right.
That's
so
okay.
Every girl has done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's different.
I feel like guys have done that too.
Right.
You know, you're like, no, I have a girlfriend. And you're
right.
Somebody, that's okay.
Yeah.
You're trying to make someone jealous. Have you ever tried to make an ex jealous like she's trying to do? By fake dating someone?
See, fake dating is a stretch. It's a stretch. But also, this is a young adult book, too.
Yes,
there are teenagers. Yeah. So I get it.
No, they're not teenagers.
Oh, they're not teenagers?
No, I don't think so. I think that it says young adult, but I think they're
like college
by themselves. Yeah, I think it's like college.
Okay, like, young adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, I get it. I understand you wanting to make them jealous.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dedication.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort.
It is a lot of effort.
I think maybe like at 19, 20, at 26, I don't care.
Right. 26.
I'm pooped.
Right. Time to go to bed. I'm not.
I'm pooped.
Right.
Like, I love fake dating because, like, obviously you know how it's going to go. You know they're going to be in love by the end of it. But it's always interesting to see the different twists and spins that happen because it's fake dating.
It is.
And so with fake dating, sometimes my thing is it feels like I'm reading the same thing. And so sometimes I think I start to lose interest sometimes with fake dating. But I think this one will be good because I think that they're probably our age. So it seems, I think they're going to be like mid-20s. And it seems like she traveled internationally. Now she's back. And so I think that I always get in with the fake dating whenever we find out why her and the ex or him and the ex broke up. Get
the drama.
Yeah. Like, once I know, like, what he did, like, if he cheated on her and that's why she needs to make someone jealous.
Kudos.
But she says she's trying to get him back.
Right. So, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. Like, how would you... If you're... I mean, like, I know it's the holidays. People want to be cuddled up and booed up. And, you know, like, they want to see someone to see the lights with. Grab your friends.
You gotta let it go.
You
gotta figure it out. Yeah.
Especially not most of the time too. Like, you're on vacation, you're gonna see like a new place, like and she's trying to escape the breakup, which is why she didn't go home. Right. So I'm interested to see
what is all playing out.
Yes. Yeah. Because obviously there's probably gonna be some jealousy in there because he wants a date because he said he's been having a date, and I'm sure it's probably a small town. He wants to, get his parents off his back, you know.
Right.
Doesn't want to date anyone from town. I'm sure there's going to be some girl who likes him already in the town.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming in. She's the new girl. She said that she's being chased by sheep.
And also falling poop. Yeah. I'm like, just in the country.
There's no good Wi-Fi.
There's no Wi-Fi.
She's going through it.
Right.
But I'm excited to read this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm more excited to read yours.
I think both of them will be good.
Yeah.
But,
I feel like yours is going to be better, though. I really do. Because I'm interested to see, because she's a Christian author, I'm interested to see how that's going to play a role. I think that's what I'm excited about, to see that one, how that's going to play out. Because it's like, obviously, Christmas, you hear it all the time, Jesus is the reason for the season. And so it's like, is that going to be the focal point of it?
Right, yeah.
You know, like, is it going to be like a test of their faith during the holiday season?
Yeah.
And so I think that'll be interesting to see how that one plays out.
Mm-hmm.
The next book on our series is by Catherine Walsh.
Yes.
Holiday Romance. She is meant to be catching flights, not catching feelings. Molly and Andrew were just trying to get home to Ireland for the holidays when a freak snowstorm grounds their flight. I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm going to pause before I keep reading that. If I was grounded somewhere because of a snowstorm, I'd burst into tears.
I would immediately just crying.
The Floridian me cannot handle that.
Yeah.
When it snowed earlier this year and it was all that snow, I was like driving to work like in tears because I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't imagine being stuck.
Right. Being from Houston, I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
Not used to it at all.
It's a unique experience.
It's very unique.
I love getting people's reaction though when I say I'm from Florida and they're like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Like, yes, it's cold.
It's cold.
And it's windy.
Yeah.
But it's been good though. I feel like it gives me the white Christmas that I did not get in Florida growing up.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
You gotta find the benefit in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is cute. I definitely like seeing the snow out. I've built a couple of snowmen. They're not very good.
Yeah.
But maybe they should all do a snowball fight. I don't know.
Hey, just start throwing snowballs in the
parking
lot.
In the parking lot.
Just start throwing them out there.
Everybody outside right now.
Right.
But there's nothing romantic that's ever happened between them. They're friends, and that's all. But once a year for the last 10 years, Molly has spent 7 hours and 15 minutes sitting next to Andrew on the last flight before Christmas from Chicago to Dublin, drinking terrible airplane wine and catching up on each other's lives. In spite of all the ways the two friends are different, it's the holiday tradition neither of them has ever wanted to give up. Molly isn't that bothered by Christmas, but in yet another way, they're total opposites. Andrew is a full-on fanatic for the festive season, and she knows how much getting back to Ireland means to him, so instead of doing the same thing and just celebrating the holidays together in America, she does the stupid thing, the irrational thing. She vows to get him home and in time for his mom's famous Christmas dinner. The clock is ticking, but Molly always has a plan. And as long as the highly specific combinations of taxis, planes, boats, and trains all run on time, it can't possibly go wrong. What she doesn't know is that as the snow falls over the city and over the head of two friends who are sure they're not meant to be together, the universe might have a plan of its own.
Very interesting. Also, it says it's a 17-hour flight, 7-hour flight?
Yeah, 7-hour flight.
Okay, so it's going to take place there, most of the stories, what it sounds like. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out.
But she said that they've got to catch a flight, they've got to catch a train, that has to be on
a boat.
time.
They're doing all the modes of transportation.
Let me tell you, we've both taken international flights.
Mm-hmm. They're not comfy.
They're not comfy. If it gets delayed, it's kind of a pain. It's such a long day because you're usually going to be like, when me and my mom, we went to Paris this year. Mm-hmm. When we got there, it was morning. We left at night. Mm-hmm. I was pooped. I was so excited to be there. Yeah. And I was like, I'm tired. Yeah. And you just want to brush your teeth when you get off the plane,
exactly.
Too. Like, you're just kind of feel kind of gross.
Yeah. So also trying to find a romance in the midst of it. Yeah.
It is. And I think traveling with someone, it shows you if you really like them, especially if things are not going well, like if you're having delays. And so I'm interested to see how that
plays out.
plays out, because it's like,
what's going to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like no one's really in a fantastic mood when your flight is delayed that much and you're at risk of missing something.
Right.
So I'm excited. I think this will be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Catching flights, not feeling. Seems like they might be catching
flights and feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Love Light Farms by B.K. Robinson.
Okay.
Is another one. And let's see if I can pull this one up. Mouse is just not cooperating. Oh, brother. Okay, let's just type it in at the top. And Love Light Farms by B.K. Robinson. This one is another two best friends. They're fake dating.
Another fake dating.
I don't understand how fake dating works if you're already friends, though. If people know that you're friends. And
right.
I don't get how that works.
So how does the fake dating, how you switch?
It says, a pasture of dead trees, a hostile takeover of the Santa barn by a family of raccoons, and shipments that have mysteriously gone missing. Love Light Farm is not the magical winter wonderland of Stella Bloom's dreams. In an effort to save the Christmas tree farm she's loved since she was a kid, Stella enters a contest with Instagram famous influencer Evelyn St. James. With the added publicity and the $100,000 cash prize, Stella might just be able to save the farm from its financial woes. There's one problem. To make the farm seem like a romantic destination for the holidays, she lied on her application and said she owns Love Light Farm with her boyfriend. Only there's no boyfriend. Enter best friend Luca Peters. He just stopped by for some hot chocolate and somehow got a farm and a serious girlfriend in the process. But fake dating his best friend might be the best Christmas present he's ever received. So they're trying to fool the network.
Okay. They're trying to get around that. Yeah.
But again, that has to go really well because, like, your family and your friends, they know.
Right.
That you're faking it.
You have to tell your family, like, hey, we got to do this. Or I lose the farm. So reel it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, let's get on board.
I feel like fake dating seems like a lot of energy.
It is a lot of energy.
It seems like a lot of energy, and I don't know. But again, you like fake dating. Or you like second chance. You like second chance and forbidden love.
I like second chance and forbidden love. I was like, I don't know about fake dating.
But here we go. We're going to do one more book on our TBR list. And this one is for... And we have two. You have one.
Oh, yeah. The thriller.
The thriller.
Yes.
Again...
The Christmas Party.
Yeah.
If thrillers up your alley, I'm not reading it during Christmas time.
I'm not either. I might get my cousins to read it.
Yeah. I do like Frida McFadden, and I do like thrillers, but Christmas is not the time.
I want to be swooned, and I want to be like, everything is great, nothing bad.
Yeah.
But The Christmas Party by Michaela Davids, it seems like it's going to be fun because it's a family reunion with a shocking secret and a night to die for, literally. On a dark, stormy December night, the Bailey family are gathered together at an isolated hotel in the English countryside. They're reuniting for the first time since the accident that shattered their lives 10 years ago. It's a time for love and forgiveness, but more than one guest has an ulterior motive. The perfect daughter, the alcoholic, the single mother, the liar, the handsome husband, the adulterer, the beautiful sister, the jealous sibling, the murderer. As the clock strikes midnight, one member of the party is found dead at the foot of the grand marble staircase. Everyone is a suspect, but which one of them is a killer?
See, for people who are not into holiday, they're not the elves of Christmas.
This is your book.
That's your book. You need the escape of the holidays. You know, you don't. That's your book.
I feel like if thrillers have taught me anything, it's to not go to secluded locations.
Exactly.
If
you don't know anything else.
That seems to be where the problem lies ahead for a lot of times. Because it's like, why are we going to a secluded cabin?
Right.
Let's be out in the open. Let's be on the open. What's yours?
The Gift.
The Gift.
Yes.
So we've read some of Frida McFadden books.
Yes.
I think I know it's going to happen sometimes, and then I obviously don't.
You never know.
And then sometimes I'm like, yeah, I think I DNF'd. I did not finish a Frida McFadden book because I was like, this is getting weird.
Really? Which one was it?
I think it was The Teacher.
I can understand. Scared. I can understand. So I started with The Teacher.
Yeah.
So all the rest of her books, I'm like, this is light work compared to The Teacher.
I swear I would never lie.
Yeah.
The Teacher was kind of scary.
It's a lot.
I was scared with that one. Would you recommend The Teacher?
It depends. If you are an actual teacher or you do anything with education, no. I would not recommend it because you may get extremely grossed out and you're like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I even think with us with news.
Yeah.
Like hearing stuff like that happens all the time. You don't want to read about it.
That's why I like the fluffy romance. To escape because this is a fun job and we get to talk about books sometimes, but most of it, a lot of times the story might be in somebody's worst day, you know, or something that's impacting someone maybe in a negative way. Sometimes it's in a good way, but I think those days where we get to do those fun stories where it's like really lighthearted are always really fun because it is heavy. And that's why I love the fluffy romance books.
You got to escape.
You'll never make me feel bad for reading them. Because it's Christmas Eve and Stella Hansen is broke. She's so broke that despite working 2 jobs, she can't even afford a present for her husband on their first Christmas as man and wife. But then a mysterious storekeeper at a pawn shop offers Stella an intriguing trade. Stella wants more than anything to buy her husband the Christmas gift of his dreams, but will it come at a terrible price? The gift is a gripping Christmas-themed, thrilling short story inspired by the classic O. Henry tale, The Gift of Magic.
I don't know. It is a very quick read as well, I believe.
50 pages.
50 pages. So, you just want to dip your feet in and see what happens.
You're waiting on Christmas dinner. Don't read it on Christmas, probably.
No.
Christmas Eve, maybe.
Maybe. You had enough of the family. You want to escape for a little bit. You're like, let me do something different. We unwrap the gifts. Let me read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll be good. You know, as long as you don't get any ideas.
Right. Don't pick up any tips.
Yeah. Frida McFadden books are kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
But I do like it. I think we've got a good list. If you read these books, check it out and let us know how you go. You can always email us at news@kmr.com or mclark@kmr.com. You want me to tell your email?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
P. Bryant.
at kmr.com. And just put 4 more pages or put books, you know? Or if you see this and you have some books that you think we should read, let us know. Although we love books, it's the season of giving, and after we take a quick break, we're going to get into some gifts that you can get for the book lovers in your life.
Yeah.
Keep it here. Welcome back. We're going to wrap things up with some gifts for the book lovers in your life. The easy one is a gift card.
Right.
It's a gift card.
Make it simple.
Yeah. To your favorite, bookstore, their favorite bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes it's like...
Bless you.
Thank you. Sometimes when, you're looking for a gift, it's like... A gift card's impersonal. I think bookstores, it's a time where you can get a gift card though,
right?
Because sometimes you get books that you don't necessarily. Oh my goodness! Sometimes you get books that you're like, I already have this one,
right?
Just you try it and you got it for yourself, and so gift cards. We've said we think gift cards are impersonal, but I don't think a bookstore gift card's impersonal.
Not when it comes to books. Also, I think you could be cute with them with books. The Baldwin bookstore in New Orleans that we both talked about.
Yes.
Getting something like that. If you know they're going to a trip over there and they love books. Making it a little thoughtful, but not buying an actual book.
Yes.
Not putting the commitment behind it.
And that's a really good point, especially those small bookstores and not the big chain ones. I think that is really good because, maybe you get them a shirt from there or you get them maybe a book cover from there or a bookmark or something like that. That's always really exciting. But also... when you have a lot of books,
You need a shelf. You do.
You need a shelf. And so maybe if you're like really DIY, home mechy, you know, building your friend or your partner, your husband, your wife, building them a bookshelf. You know, built-in bookshelf. That's the dream.
Right.
So building them a built-in bookshelf is also fun. If you don't have the space for that, just building like smaller bookshelves is also a really fun, neat idea because you need a place to put your books. And if you know how they want them coordinated, doing it like that too. Like mine are by author. All the authors are the same one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I don't have a system yet. Okay. I'm not there yet. I kind of just put them in order of how I read them. Okay. But yeah.
That's good though, because then it's like, well, I read this time, and I think it's good to like pinpoint it that way sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
Some people color coordinate them.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool. But also, sometimes you don't have the space for a big bookshelf, and so we saw one yesterday, and it was like a big, tall one, and it just like was a spiral bookcase. And so I think that's also really fun, and it spins, and so that's another fun option and alternative. And sometimes you have the little like small built-in ones, and just like finding ways to help people store their books. Is a lot of fun. Right. Also, a reading light to attach to maybe your bed or to your Kindle. You know, you're reading late at night, or you're in the car, you're on the plane. Having a little reading light that you can take with you wherever you're at to keep reading is always a good book one. I read a lot with my Kindle when I am traveling, like on the plane and stuff. Yeah. But I think that obviously as it gets like dark, you know, and they like dim the lights sometimes. You need a little light. Yeah. Yeah. Especially because you don't always want to, you know, turn on the light on the plane, and then like, the person next to you is trying to sleep, and so they're giving you like the side eye. Yeah. So just get your own light. Get your own light, you know. Also, a page turner.
A page turner.
The little clicker that you can set up with your Kindle. Yeah. Turns the page for you.
So if you're laid down and need to get through the book, you can just flip through it. Makes it easy.
I love that one. Yeah. Because I like to, like, when it's late, I like to pull the cover over my head and, like, just click through. And sometimes I don't want to swipe. Yeah. It's a little lazy, but.
He knows for the lazy readers.
Yeah,
it's all
you know, like, you're in bed. Right. And, like, when you, the things where, like, the little hooks, you hook them onto the side of your bed, your headboard, and you can put your Kindle in there. Yeah. And so you can just hold it. The Kindle holders, I think that's also a really good gift. Because sometimes you want to be hand-free.
Right. You want to be able to just eat the popcorn while you're going through the book.
Yes. Yeah. And that you need that in your life sometimes. Also, this is something you said that you wanted, but a beanbag chair.
Yes. Yeah. If you want the whole little reading corner, you can have your beanbag. You can have the spinning bookshelf. Yeah. You know, not everybody has a lot of space. I already said it. My dog may lose his corner. There's a corner in my apartment that's perfect. Yeah. So Jax may get booted. We can find a new corner. Yes. You'll have a new corner.
I'll get a new corner.
But
still have a corner.
Right. Just a different corner. Yes. Just a different way. But a beanbag, a big, nice one. Yeah. Just to lay back and read all the books you want.
Because you want to be comfortable when you're reading. Right. Too. Sometimes you don't want to read it when you're sitting in bed or on your couch or something like that. But on that same note of being comfortable, like blankets. Yeah. Like, okay, if you're my cousins, don't watch this. Because I'm about to say a Christmas gift. But my cousins were in a book club together. And so I got them custom bookmarks with their initials on it.
Oh, that's cute.
And then it's going to be a blanket. I was going to get it like engraved. But I have been having a hard time finding a place to get engraved. So I think it's just going to be the blanket. Yeah. And then they're going to get a gift card. So we can continue our cousins book club next year. We have read probably a dozen books this year.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fun. And I think that could be a gift for your family too. Right. You know, like you start a book club and you just set the intention to do it every single year, because sometimes, you know, you may not have the funds to start reading, or, you know, whatever the case is, because I think when you're purchasing these books, that becomes an expensive hobby. Right. And so getting these things also can be expensive. And so, you know, like that could just be a thing of setting the intention of, we're going to do this together as a family, as a group of friends. You know, you can go to your local library, check out the books there. There's a lot of online resources to get books as well. Sometimes there's a waiting list, but, you know, it's a free alternative or cheaper alternative.
Right, like Libby and stuff like that. You could just download it right there.
Yes. Yeah. So you could definitely do that. So you can, I mean, just a lot of different things. I know, You said that your sister last year, she got you like kind of the surprise mystery book.
She did, yeah. Which it was a good gift, and it was very thoughtful. It's risky.
Yeah,
it is risky because you don't know. But the thing is, if I don't like the book, it doesn't fall on her.
Yeah,
because she just got the mystery book, and I think you tell them what genre she likes. So you tell them romance, thriller, historical fiction, whatever you like, and then they kind of make a box and send it your way. Yeah. So usually it comes with bookmarks. I think a few markers, stickers, stuff like that too, along with the books. Yeah. But it was interesting. One of the ones that was in the box, I did actually enjoy. Okay. I can't think of the title right now, but it was a mystery book. It was really good. Yeah. And then they gave me the mafia romance. Oh, yeah. It's a thick one. I haven't got to it yet. I pick it up and I realize it's like 500 pages. Yeah. I'm going to have to dedicate to that one.
Our executive producer, Cheryl, she likes the mafia romances.
She does love the mafia romances.
Yeah, that's her thing. But those are some book ideas. Also, like a coffee mug. Yeah. I know some people, they like really like getting the hard copies and the book covers for books, you know, like if they want to keep it like for a really long time. And so I've seen posters of book covers. Yeah, like that's a good one. You know, if you want to get really thoughtful and like a gift that it's time consuming, but making a playlist that goes with the book.
That is very thoughtful.
Because sometimes books come with a playlist, but I think that's really thoughtful when you can think of the playlist yourself and they can like listen to it as they're reading it or something like that. And so, you know, again, it's something that's free, you know, like you can.
It is free.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that one, but also I think that this one would be cute. If you guys go to the store, you go to the bookstore, and you guys pick a book. You guys both pick 2 books, you and your friends. You go to the bookstore, and it's like when you close your eyes and you like walk and you just say stop. Right. And then you pick a book, and that's like the book that you guys read for your book club or something like that. That would be interesting. Yeah, you make it a girls' night, you know? And so I think that's fun. Also, I see people do this, but it's like kind of like sort of the traveling pants, but of the traveling books, and so you just rotate books. Oh, you know. Yeah. And so you could do that as well. And each month you send your friend a new book, and then they send you a book. Right. Just some fun ways to keep reading. I don't know.
They don't all have to be expensive either. Right. Right. So yeah. Right.
If you have some book gift recommendations, let us know. Right. You know, if there's something that you did that you maybe didn't like or you did like, we want to know about it. Right.
Take that off the list. Right. Don't give me that.
Right. Yeah. Because it's hard shopping. I think it's hard shopping for people in general, especially when trying to like pin down a book. Exactly. Because I love romance books, but sometimes the wrong romance book, I'm like, this was a horror story. This was not a romance. So
books are difficult to buy. Yeah.
So that's why the safe option, gift cards.
Don't get the actual book. Yeah. Until you actually know. Like, do a little more deep diving. Yeah. Don't just go head first and I want to buy them a book.
Unless they tell you which book they want to buy. That is true. Yeah. I think, just purchasing the book outright can be a little risky sometimes. Yeah. But thoughtful if you really know them. Right. I think those are all some sweet gift ideas you can do. We hope that you guys have a happy holidays. Right. A Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Whatever it is that you celebrate that brings you joy. If you don't celebrate, we hope that you have peace during this time of year.
A relaxing time.
Yes.
Yeah, to end the year.
Peace and comfort. Check out one of these books. Let us know what you like. If you buy one of these gifts, let us know how it turns out. Right. Because it's hard out here sometimes. For the books and the book givers and the gift receivers. And so we hope that you guys enjoy these books. We're going to read them. We're going to check back in with the thriller one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we might not get to that one.
I don't know. You're already throwing a 400-page book at me. We got to get through that one first. So yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see where we go.
We might do the 50-page one by Frida McFadden.
We could do that one. Yeah, we can knock that one out. Yeah,
that one's short. So we might do that. But we do hope you guys have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next episode.